Hi there, my name is Alex Van Gorder, and today I'm going to show you how to set up a MIG welding machine. Out here I have a Lincoln Electric Power MIG. This is a basic MIG setup. You've got the box, your control panel, and your gas tank. Depending on what you're going to be welding is going to vary what type of inert gas you're using. This is a setup for basic steel welding, so we've got a 75-25 argon carbon dioxide gas here. So to set this up, you're going to open your tank, you'll turn the machine on, and you will pull the trigger, and that will give you a reading coming on your gauge here, and you will adjust it with the regulator. Next, you've got your wire. You need your filler metal. So you'll decide what kind you're going to use. There's 023, 030, 035, 045. Those are the most common sizes, with 035 being the most common, and wouldn't you know it, that's what we have here. So you get your wheel on your spindle, and you want to set your spring tension so that the wheel doesn't free spool, causing bird's nest. You've got a feeder tensioner. This here, when you are loading the wire, you'll open this up. As you can see here, this is a dual clamp. It's got two slots in it. One is for 035, one is for 045. And as you can see there, the wire is fit in there, and the wheel is also labeled. So you got 035, that means that's the one you're using. If you flip it over, it'll say 045. This has a adjusting nut to set the tension on it. That's so that the wire grabs and is pushed through the machine out into the hose all the way to the stinger. The stinger is going to be your work end. Here you've got a gas nozzle, and we can pull this off. Under your gas nozzle, you have your contact tip. Behind your contact tip, you have your gas nozzle. Behind your gas nozzle, it's actually inside here, you have what they call a diffuser. It mixes your gas together. Behind that, you have an insulator, which you're not going to see in here, but if you look at this blown up diagram, and then you have your gun liner and the actual contact tip, or the handle that you hold on to in the trigger. So that's your stinger end. You need to be careful of collecting slag in there. The more slag you have inside there, or splatter, it'll affect your gas layout, which will affect how it welds. When you're MIG welding, you need the inert gas or a flux corded line. If you are using a flux corded line, you will have to switch your polarity. Right now we've got our work clamp or ground clamp, and for these, the most important part is ensuring that you have a good contact with a MIG machine. Anytime you're MIG welding, you want to periodically reach out and touch your ground clamp and make sure it's not getting too hot. If it is getting too hot, it means you have too much resistance, and you want to check your connections and make sure you're working with good clean metal. You need good clean metal to MIG properly. It doesn't like impurities, whereas stick welding can handle a little bit more. Then you're going to set up and use your chart here to set up the machine. So we're welding with 3/16 steel, so you come over here, you got 3/16 steel. We're using 75-25. We're using 035 wire, so you match the two up, and you've got D280. As I pointed out on the gauges earlier, you've got your voltage setting, so you'd set that for D, and you'd set your wire feed speed to 280, and you'd go ahead and test it out on a piece that you didn't need, and if it was laying a good bead, go ahead and run with it. The older a machine gets, sometimes you got to turn them up a little bit, and you got to play that by ear. So there's your MIG welding machine setup in a nutshell. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.